After this last winter, I've been in a downward cycle. But ever since I got my VNN, I've been pumped to cycle.
VNN is a non-prescription solution to improve your lifestyle.
Ski and bike shop in Grand Forks helped me get my VNN.
Side effects include elevated endorphin levels, improved cardiovascular health, weight loss, and boosted energy. Higher doses of VNN may lead to forming healthy habits and increase your chances of social interaction. Visit your local ski and bike shop spokesperson today.
Hello and a happy Friday to you. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. Glad to be here on this Friday afternoon. Quite a mix of weather coming up just in the next 48 hours. And then after that, again, it continues to stay pretty interesting as March continues to not disappoint, as this is one of those months, really March and into about mid-April, where we see the most flip-flopping of our weather during the entire year. So again, with that in mind, we are going to jump to, now today is Funcast Day. What does Funcast Day mean? We're going to talk about one of the events we have going on in town coming up in just a few minutes. How is the weather looking for that? Even though I'll give you a clue, it is an indoor event. However, we'll have the weather for when you go there and when you come back. A lot happening, of course, across the region. Another thing, a big weekend because it's that time. It's a time to move the clocks forward. And again, most apparatuses, I don't know, I can't think of a better word, just do that for you. Like, for instance, my iPhone here. But you got the oven clock, you got the microwave, you got your car clock. There's still a lot of work that goes into this. So again, with that in mind, we're going to pull full screen for you here. I believe we are. There we go. How it's looking outside right now. What we're seeing right now is that we have a generally mostly cloudy sky. Notice how breezy it is as well out there. So again, we've got those winds certainly making it feel cooler than the actual air temperature, although certainly the actual air temperature is very cool as well. We're going to go ahead and pop up our temperatures right now, and you can see 23, so chilly. And then we've got the wind, so it feels even colder in Fargo, 21 Grand Forks. Now, one thing we are seeing today that we have not the last several days, we have had a big temperature shift across the region, or I should say just in terms of those temperatures, quite variable because most areas, or at least part of the region, southern half, has been on the southern side of a stationary front, and it's been much warmer than those northern areas. Today, a cold front has moved through, and with that, our numbers generally anywhere from the upper teens to right around 30 in Alexandria. That is our warm spot. As we look at our satellite radar now, most of the activity, we really haven't seen heavy precipitation anywhere. It has been light. What we have seen is a lot of that mist along with those temperatures below to well below freezing. So a lot of slick spots on the roadways, very tricky out there in many areas. It started early in the morning hours and has really continued throughout the daytime hours, again with our temperatures below freezing. We're still seeing just a little bit of light freezing rain, also a little bit of light snow right now. You can see it around Jamestown toward Valley City, stretching out to about Tower City. This line of snow, again, is generally very light, not going to have much of an impact in terms of accumulation. But we will see some of those snowflakes flying around in some locations. But again, in terms of any additional accumulation, not a lot of that. So we still have our first alert weather day intact. The reason for that is not so much because of what we're seeing come down, although we still do have a little bit of precipitation coming down. It is what we already have in place on the roadways. It is slick, and overnight tonight, we'll continue to see very slick roads. So what we've done is we've extended that first alert weather day to tomorrow morning. Now, I do think by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, those temperatures starting to rise. We get above the freezing mark. We're going to get some sunshine. So we should see some pretty quickly improving roads out there tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, again, freezing mist, freezing light rain and snow. Here's our winter weather advisory. The good news, the National Weather Service has canceled this advisory for some locations. Initially, yesterday afternoon, evening when the advisory came out, most of the region was encompassed in this until 6 p.m. Well, it has been canceled many spots, but you can see Lakes Country, southern Red River Valley, still looking at that advisory until 6 p.m. this evening. So again, dealing with just some light snow and more importantly, still a little light freezing rain out there. Also, these winds, you can see the arrows coming out of the north. That's going to keep us chilly, not just this evening, overnight as well. You can see Alexandria could deal with just a little bit of that light precipitation, Park Rapids, Wadena as well. And then on top of that, some snow, mainly in our southern easternmost portions of the region, Wadena, Alexandria, maybe as far north as Fergus Falls. Jumping to tomorrow morning, we're going to see mostly cloudy conditions across the region. I think we'll have a little bit of sunshine, not a lot though. You can see our temperatures, they're chilly, they're in the teens, they're in the 20s, but notice we're starting to see a shift in the wind already. Eventually, winds out of the south. What's that going to do? It's going to warm us up very nicely. So again, we've got the first alert weather day through tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, we are warming things up out there. In fact, 49 Fargo, 49 Lisbon, 50 in Ellendale, even northern areas, Grand Forks 40. Hallock, Roseau, Baudette, Langdon, Rolla, all in the mid-30s, upper 30s for most of Lakes Country. Now we're looking at this, We've got some little rain moving through most of the region tomorrow afternoon. Front moves through, got this weak disturbance, but again, rain because of those temperatures. This is 7 o'clock in the evening. It's going to be a fairly quick hitter. More precipitation the farther north and east you go. So if you're in Lake of the Woods country, you are in the northern Red River Valley, you're going to see a little more rain. We're not talking a lot of rain coming down with this. Again, it's a quick hitter. We may have pockets where the rain is moderate at times, but again, it's going to be a very short window. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, we've cleared back out. Temperatures very comfortable tomorrow evening. If you are outdoors, you've got some plans to take you out during the evening, maybe early overnight hours. It's actually not going to be too bad out there. Then we get to our Sunday. Check out these numbers. A little bit of a southerly flow. This is at 3:50, 4 o'clock. It's got 52 in Fargo. We're actually going to jump all the way up later in the afternoon to about 58 degrees for a high in Fargo. That is well above average for this time of year. You can see other numbers, 56 Jamestown, 54 Valley City, about a 61 in Sisseton. That's on Sunday. Could see a couple showers in our northern locations. Let's take a look now at our additional ice potential through the evening hours tonight. Most of the region, not a concern. Still could see a little bit in Fargo, Moorhead, just a touch in Detroit Lakes. And then again, looking mainly Lakes Country, southern Red River Valley. In terms of snow potential, again, this is from now through tonight, early tomorrow morning. Not much to talk about there. Most of the region not seeing any snow, and if we do, it'll just be a few light flakes flying around. Tomorrow morning's lows, mid-teens, mid-20s out there in our southern areas. Tomorrow afternoon, as we head off to northeast North Dakota, we're already back in the mid-30s to even a couple mid-40s. Northwest Minnesota, we've got a mix of sun and clouds. It'll be breezy tomorrow, especially later in the afternoon, evening. Temperatures there mid-30s to even a low 48 at 43 tomorrow. 49 Fargo, 49 Lisbon, 49 in Foreman, 46 Wahpeton. A good deal of sunshine. Very nice. It will be windy, as mentioned, those winds out of the south driving those temperatures up. So, Sportsman's Showcast. Here's what we've got for you tomorrow. Again, it's in the Fargo Dome. It's an indoor event. Just know if you go early, you're going to run into a little slick ice on the roads. As we get later in the day, though, nice improvement. We've got partly cloudy conditions, and again, other than a little bit of issues in the morning, we're looking really good for tomorrow. There we go. As we move forward, weekend forecast. We've got that 49. Again, a little bit of rain potential later in the afternoon, early evening hours. Sunday, 58. Northernmost areas could see a few raindrops, as we saw just a minute ago. By and large, very nice. This is the other thing we want to talk about. This is, again, we mentioned this just a minute ago. We are going to see daylight saving begin. Starts at 2 a.m. Sunday. So, again, you go to bed. I always say this. Are you losing an hour of sleep? Not if you go to bed an hour earlier than normal. So, you're going to be okay out there. Either way, we see that switch, which means by Sunday, our sunset is now in the 7:10, 7:15 range across the region. So, again, that's the benefit there. Later in the evening before the sun goes down, you get a little bit more daylight out there. Test smoke alarms. That's always a good thing to do during this window. As I mentioned, you lose an hour of sleep unless you just go to bed earlier. I'm old. I go to bed early anyway on the weekends. Sunrise, sunset an hour later, so you can see 7:53 sunrise Sunday morning, 7:23 Sunday evening, so you get that benefit of some extra light during the evening hours. Let's go ahead and look at our 7-day or 11-day planner. And again, as mentioned, Red River Valley Sportsman Show. Just saw the forecast there. It's going through Sunday. Tomorrow, good looking day once we get to the afternoon, although again, as mentioned, some rain coming down later in the afternoon and evening. Just a quick shot for many locations. 58, beautiful day Sunday, back down to 41 on Monday. Have a front that will move through. It's going to be breezy, just like it is Sunday. And then we see our temperatures next week. Weather models have bumped up the temperatures just about every day except Monday. So right now, not looking quite as chilly. In fact, numbers that are average to slightly above Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We do have a chance for scattered showers just about every day. Watching Monday night and Tuesday for the potential for an inch or two of snowfall. Once we get to next Friday, next weekend, unfortunately our numbers do drop off. But even then, not too bad. Upper 20s. We'll get maybe a few snowflakes next Saturday and Sunday. So again, enjoy the warmth of this weekend. We get to our Monday, we start to cool things down, but it's really not, again, overly cold at any point. It's just a matter of dropping those temperatures a little bit. And of course, as mentioned, also please be aware that there is going to be ice out there tonight. There is going to be ice tomorrow morning, a lot of slick spots, and it'll actually get a little worse overnight. So if you do have plans to take you out tomorrow morning, take it easy out there. Very slick roads. Give yourself extra time to wherever it is you're going. We should be in good shape by 10, 11 o'clock as those temperatures start to quickly warm up across the region. So yeah, just be careful out there. Enjoy the warm temperatures once we get to Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. And again, this update has been brought to you by the Ski and Bike Shop. Hope you have a great evening.